time, the tachyon was undergoing a severe reactor meltdown, or so it seemed. At the same time, Andros Capella had brought a gang of hellhounds to breach the hull and try to do something. I don't think that ever became clear. But anyway, your squad had the what was it called? Delta 5 power relay, the part to repair the printer back at Hell's Gate. So your mission was just to GTFO. Of course, at the egress point, Andros himself and his gang met you and tried to fight you and kill you. And Andros made some very tactically strange choices and basically just hit the W key, to use video game terminology, and ate shit before the end of round one, having a self-erasure system, which was not clear until it happened, causing his mech to destroy itself in an annihilating blast, leaving no trace of him behind. He really had a death wish, it seemed. The other pirates didn't put up much of a fight. They also seemed to have something of a death wish. One of them even shouting, "The golden flame will encapsulate you," as they were about to die. You reunited with Siren on the Dragon's Tooth, who had been performing a lot of evasive maneuvers in space right outside. You near light bolted away on that ship and watched as the tachyon did the exact same thing, basically its own form of self-erasure, leaving absolutely no trace of itself, nor the ardent weasel. And on the return trip, there was some tension that boiled over between Rhea and the rest of the squad, which started with her punching Gabriel in the face, if I recall correctly, due to him landing the killing blow on Andros. And Rhea was not too happy about it. She was not happy about the kill thief. And this led to an extended argument where eventually Rhea caved and revealed her true goals, or at least the core of them. That being, she is one of the illegitimate children of Roderick Steele, the CEO of Impact Dynamics. And she's basically trying to work her way up the ranks to try to get close to him for revengey reasons. And then we arrived back at Hell's Gate. With the power relay return, printer was repaired, and Jerry was extremely happy about it. And things were going so well, thanks to your continued involvement around the station, that he gave you a care package, which is going to come in handy if and when you find yourselves on the Icebreaker Borealis in the future. Which brings us to the downtime, of course. As Jerry hinted at in the last session, near the end, you are welcome to go pretty much anywhere you want on Hell's Gate, but you have to stay on Hell's Gate for now. No traveling to other stations or other parts of Calliope just yet, for reasons relating to the Hellhounds. Even though their leader has now been killed, there's no telling what kind of reaction they're going to have. Are they just going to scatter like cockroaches, or are they going to be prepared and mount a retributive strike, as it were? Well, we just don't know yet. But Jerry has told you to sit tight until then. And as explained in the Discord, I am giving you each 2 downtime actions. And so we can just go down the list, but if you don't know what to do, that's fine. We can come back to you later. And each of you will do 1 downtime action, and we'll see what happens and play it out. So I guess, I don't know if Clay is ready. I saw you're on mute there, Clay, so you might not be at your desk.
I'm here.
Okay, there you are. Do you have an idea for your first action that you'd like to do?
Sure. Yeah, Gilliam, Failsafe, is going to, now that he's back on the station, and the printer's up and running, and things can really start moving around here, and he's now free from the guilt of having, quote-unquote, broken the printer. He's ready to start helping to fix the rest of the station and all the small little things that have been irking him from previously. So I'm going to try to pitch in and just do some maintenance and fix all this broken stuff that's laying around.
All right, sure. Seems pretty clearly whichever of your skill triggers was the hack or fix spinoff.
Repair and maintain. This is I'm upping this to +4, so I'm just gonna roll this. But really add 2 to the result.
Yep. Go for it.
I can't add a flat total.
Yeah, looks like a success. That's going to be a success, which means with a staggering amount of effort and many nights with too little sleep, you are able to make some headway in tackling the station's innumerable problems. So you're going to get a reserve for the next mission and +1 accuracy on interactions with Hell's Gate residents for the next mission, essentially. Nice. What reserve would you like?
Oh, I get to choose.
Yep. Yeah, this is not one where it's random.
Gotcha. It's just the Calliope reserve stable.
Yes.
Okay. I might have.
Oh, did I forget to? I might have forgotten to put this in Foundry. It's in Discord for sure, but I don't think it's in Foundry.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh well, that's fine. Editor Colton can show the table on screen now if he so chooses. But we'll see.
Or edit out you saying that, one of the two.
Yeah. All right, let's see. 6, fallback. What would you like to do?
Well, fallback got abandoned on this station, and now, we've had some interesting adventures, but now he's being told he can't leave the station, and this is a guy who's used to exploring the edges of the galaxy, and so he's feeling a little bit cooped up. So he heard about this thing called cubbying, and he thinks that he wants to try that. There are some hidden secrets on this station, and we just need to find them.
For sure. And
I think, yeah.
Good. I was going to say, for the viewers at home, cubbying is basically a form of urban exploration unique to Hell's Gate. It hasn't matched its original blueprints for a long time. There's a lot that has been rebuilt, torn down, and so forth. And cubbying is basically just, trying to find as you said, exploring it and finding cool, unseen parts of the station. Seeing what you can find.
And I think to approach this, he's going to pore over the blueprints himself that exist, compare different sets of blueprints, and try to pinpoint a spot and convince to go with a cubbying crew. Let's be like, okay, sure. I think I found something, So I want to use investigate.
Yeah, that's absolutely an accurate pick. Applicable pick, I should say.
All right. So, and then I don't know if it can apply yet, but the bond I took is, at the start of a session, pick one of your triggers. You become an expert. When you roll it, you roll 2 d20s and pick the highest for the final result.
Oh yeah, I would say that's fine. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do investigate. I can't add 2, but we'll just add 2.
Oh, well,
this is why I took
Renaissance. Good thing you picked that power.
Yes, yep. This is how my narrative checks go.
Hey, there we go.
14.
All right, so I think this is the fun one with the secret table, if I recall. You have found something interesting. Actually, I don't think this is... No, this is not one of the secret ones. You found something interesting. Maybe it's a forgotten cache of supplies, a functional console with useful data, access card to a door nobody's been able to open, or something along those lines. So yeah, what have you found as a reserve?
So, it's gonna be coolant injector.
Apparently, the coolant injector. Is that one of the Calliope reserves?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I suppose that's definitely something you could find, just kind of hanging around in the old parts of the station. Very cool.
Neat.
All right, Malc, Joker. What's Joker gonna do? If you have an idea.
None at the moment. I'm still checking it out.
Okay, that's fine. We can come back to you. Rhea, anything in mind?
My first plan was to power at a cost to get the deck sweeper built, at least into a temporary frame.
Yep. So, what was the... There isn't a roll to be made here, of course. Pull it up in my core book over here on my other monitor. I suppose you essentially just need to decide what you are willing to give up to get this thing.
Wait, don't you decide what the
that's true.
deal basically is? Yeah.
That's right. I get to choose. That's right. This is yeah. It's weird in multiple ways. There's no role involved, and I choose one or two things.
Yeah.
I think this sounds like a one thing. One condition is all we'll need, since it's an LL1 piece of gear, or sorry, a first license rank piece of gear. Let's see. I think I like the idea of... You know what? If you're open to this, you can let me know if this doesn't sound great to you. But I kind of like the idea of making you get the one that's like, you can get something almost right, a lesser version or less of it. So basically, like, you can still get the thing, but like it has a tag on it that makes it slightly worse, like inaccurate or something. I don't know. How do you feel about that? Is that too much?
I mean, it has inaccurate on it already. Would it have two inaccurate?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let me think.
Gotta make it worse than that. Gotta give it
Even
some
worse.
or something.
So long as it's not loading.
Honestly, no, loading would be... That'd be crap. That'd be crap.
Loading would just make it not worthy of an equipment.
I do like the idea of giving it self-heat. Yeah, self-heat. Honestly, just self-heat 1, I think I'd be fine with.
Yeah, no, that sounds great.
All right. And I like the idea of choosing this requirement, A, because I don't think I've ever actually done it before. I would always feel too bad about, making a thing from the license compendium worse. But this is Hell's Gate, and I think there is no better place in the Lancer lore to do that here, or to do that than here. you find a really old set of deck sweeper shotguns. I guess you're welcome to establish the narrative of how you acquire them, after all.
Well,
I'll try to think of something.
Rhea has been accumulating parts to build a deck sweeper, and I can imagine that this is more of an attempt of, okay, I'm still missing a few parts. They can't be important. Rhea is not being an engineer. They can't be important. We'll just assemble them as is and see what happens. Meanwhile, missing most of the heat shielding.
It's like, yeah, it's an IPSN manufactured weapon. Simplicity is the name of the game. How hard can it be?
Yeah, it should be fine.
All right, cool.
It is not fine.
No. Well, self-heat 1. That's it could be fine, but also it could be a moment of where you have a lot of stress and you're like, uh-oh, one would take me over the edge. I don't want to shoot these shotguns. All right. Cool. Joker, have you decided yet, or do you have any thought processes so far?
So, out of character, Joker has got the Fool Bond, and I picked the Sun power, which I think amplifies both positive and negative consequences.
Let's see. The Sun. Where was that? Which book is that in?
Let's see here. The Fool. It's on the Fool.
Oh, the Fool. Yeah, sorry. The Fool, and the power is the sun. Right. Okay.
Yep. So I'm really so either I roll a 1 and somehow stumble into something really bad, or I roll a 20 and somehow stumble into something really good. As I'm
Yeah.
joining the science team with the salvage crew.
Gain increased effect on all actions for the rest of the scene. I think, for the sake of a downtime action, I think it makes sense to, if you get like the worst result, just increase it by 1. Or if you get the middle result, increase it by 1. And then if you get the best result, I don't really have an idea right now, but we'll see. Maybe we'll figure something out.
Wait. Can I choose to go in either direction? Like if it's a bad roll, I can make it worse.
You know what? An increased effect. Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah. An increased bad effect would still, that's funny.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
And you said you're salvage crew?
Joining the salvage crew, yep. I want to see if I find something that blows up in my face, or something that's gonna be really useful, like $5.
Do you think this will be the same salvage crew that Failsafe was part of? Oh wait, no, sorry, that was you pitched in. I guess no one's done this one yet, actually, so never mind. I got them confused.
Oh,
It is
no,
my
don't worry.
intention to do that with my next action, so it could be something we do together, theoretically.
Okay.
Let's see here. I've got one. I will be probably using Hacker Finesse. Yeah, to salvage some digital stuff. So are
I
we
think that makes
using
sense.
are we using the LO1 version or the LO0 version?
Yeah, the LL1 version.
Okay, then I've got one version. I want to make it worse. No, wait, make it better.
You're making it the 10 to 19 result then?
No,
he gets a 20, and he's like, make it worse.
I thought I rolled a 1. No, seriously, I did legit thought it. If I rolled a 1, I was gonna say make it worse, but it's really good, so make it better.
Oh, okay. Well, so if we're going with the 20 and up result, normally it would be this. Due to your stellar performance on this run, the team votes you for first pick. You're pretty popular, Joker, in your salvage crew. We get to fill in 3 segments on a salvage clock, which is a clock unique to you. I think we can here. I'll add it to your folder in Foundry. Salvage, and then I have to make it a clock, and it's 6 segments. And then you get to tick 3 of these segments. 1, 2, 3. I guess I should give you access to see it.
It probably helps. I beep really loud whenever I see something I know is worth like at least 500 mana.
Yes. So 3 segments are ticked. And then it says you roll 2d20 and then choose 1 result. So because of your bond power, I'll let you roll 3d20 and choose a result. How about that?
Give me all ones. I want to see how bad it is.
Whoa.
What the hell?
Well,
wow.
Sorry. Joker
So
can
when
only
I
roll
say
good.
I want a 1, it says, I know you get to be really successful. What the heck?
You get a 1 and then a number after that too. How about that?
Yeah.
So generous.
Dang.
So yeah, pick one of those and I will tell you what you find on your salvage operation. 16 or 19?
I mean, I do have 16.
Okay.
I haven't taken it out yet.
Is,
I'm gonna take this.
This is just from the secret salvage table in the book, and I just put it in the Foundry chat so you can see. You find a hopper from a mining vessel, used for storing raw ore until it can be refined. This one is full of sperrylite, a valuable source of platinum. The hopper shows signs of having been ejected into space via explosive decoupling. That's strange. Your scans can't pick up anything wrong with the ore.
I picked the worst number and I get a better result. What's going on right now?
I mean, how is Joker feeling about this?
How much money is this? How much mana is this?
You're oddly effective. More than you even tried to be, apparently. And then with, I should also say, I guess it's in Discord, but yeah, in Foundry, I'll post it there. With your salvage clock, you can now clear them, I suppose, mostly during downtime, but yep, you can clear the one segment to gain accuracy on a skill check, to invent, create, or repair an item, or barter, negotiate, or bribe. And you can clear 2 during a downtime to gain a piece of mech equipment and gear as a reserve. And if you fill up all 6 segments, you can get a piece of exotic gear. Fun.
Oh, dang.
Okay,
man,
I'll write that down real quick. Join a salvage crew was a critical success. First critical success of the night.
I'm just
All right.
imagining that as Joker was beeping loudly towards like fallback's other group area, is just like, I found this thing. How much is this for? It looks like a really important thing. But
Some of the crew members on your salvage crew are like, huh, wow, Sperry Light. Not a bad find, Joker. You're a natural at this. You're finding all the cool stuff.
Meanwhile, Joker's also at the same time, Joker's looking at the thing, is like trying to see if he can consume it.
Of course. All right, well then we'll go back to the start of the list. Back to Clay. Failsafe. I think you said you wanted to do this also.
Yeah, we'll pan over to my group of salvaging.
And how's that going for you?
We'll see. I'll probably start this trip off watching Joker and telling the others, like, yeah, I don't know who the NHP is. Never seen it in my life. And then as it gets going, and Joker seems very popular. It's like, oh yeah, that's we're buddies. We've been in combat together. So we'll see if I can hold up on my end then.
You're like, I have cycled that NHP before. Multiple times, actually. Believe it or not. We go way back.
Could I repair or maintain? I guess it's kind of the opposite. Can I blow something up to dismantle something and get to the good stuff?
Yeah, I would say blow something up. It works. There's like a really old ass ship, just a small ship just floating not too far from Hell's Gate.
Okay, good shot.
No ingress points on it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What have you blown up? What did you blow up instead? Well, first of all, I suppose I should give you the same salvage clock you gained just from picking the action to begin with. I'll do that one. Making that a clock. 6 segments. So on a 9 or less, you blow the ship to smithereens and unfortunately don't find anything particularly interesting aside from, the usual, the stuff everyone expects to find with pretty much every single piece of salvage. So it's not nothing. You tick 1 segment on the salvage clock. And unfortunately, that's it. No secret table roll for you.
Yeah. Might have to go learn a thing or two from Joker.
Seems so. Seems so. And over to Joker, and the subaltern is spinning around in celebration with just valuables spewing out of every pocket. All right, Fallback, what would you like to do for your second action?
Fallback's ready to get off the station. And the only people who are doing that are the salvage crews. He heard about Joker's wild success. And he's like, I want to go out with a salvage crew. Maybe find something interesting.
You should call your squad the Salvagers at this rate.
Yeah. So let's see. I think using investigate again would be lame. So we probably use spot this time. Spot details objects that are hidden or difficult to make out.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yep,
+2 or +4?
Well, investigate was my +4, so this is going to be a +2.
Yep. Gotcha.
Oh, if I had used
just under 20.
Yep.
Yep.
It's a good roll.
All right. That is going to be 2 segments on your salvage clock.
Yay.
And you do gain 1 item of particular interest. You can roll 1 d20, and I'll tell you what you find from the secret table. The module does say this can be used. Oh, interesting. Okay. Before I tell you what it is, the module says this can be used as reserves, pilot gear, or to gain +1 accuracy on a relevant skill check. But narratively, the table tells me that you gain this. A reinforced transport case about the size of a shoebox contains financial documents from the end of the Pyrite Age, and they detail a truly staggering number of accounting irregularities at Maddox and Hayden. This was evidence in an embezzlement investigation.
Cool.
Wow, that's a very specific thing to find in salvage.
Yep. So yeah. This can be used as a reserve, pilot gear, or to gain +1 accuracy on a relevant skill check. Maybe we can make this a little interesting. Yeah, like maybe we can make this a little interesting, and I can put on my GM hat and say that this will become relevant later. Just hold on to it as a reserve. I did something like this in my last campaign where a person used a downtime action and got a pen from God. Basically, it was a long story. Don't ask. But that pen, I was like, hold on to this pen. It's gonna become important later. And it was like the whole campaign, but it paid off at the end. So we'll do something similar here. I'll note that down. And gain financial documents. The Eli files continue to grow and be added to. All right. Well, we went with Rhea next. So what would you like to do, Rhea? If you have an idea. You are muted in Discord, just FYI.
That is very true. I'm glad you noticed. That was a test.
Well, I'm glad I passed. The Discord overlay on my front screen really helps.
I can imagine. The militia readiness clock, how important is that to be like high?
Unfortunately, I do not know. It is literally not used at all in Act 1 of In Golden Flame. There are a few opportunities where it can be increased, like using a downtime action to do it. But yeah, I guess the sad news is without having the Act 2 and the Act 3 modules, I don't know. If you're a very forward-thinking, future-thinking person and you're willing to do it, by all means, go ahead. But yeah, I can't promise that it's gonna result in anything meaningful anytime soon.
I mean, Rhea did come here under the guise of getting the militia in some sort of shape. So, I mean, it makes sense.
It does make sense.
It's gonna be so important in Act 2. It's gonna be insane.
It's gonna be super critical.
I can see it actually being insanely important.
I'm sure it is if it's this long term.
But yeah, so I'll throw a charm at, getting people, together, getting like duty rosters all cleaned, organized, and such.
Mhm. I
Trying to not make
suppose.
people upset.
Nice, looks good. I was gonna say, I suppose even if I did know what the importance of this clock would be, I still wouldn't tell you because I would be spoiling the campaign. So yeah, there you go.
That's entirely viable and reasonable. But it's increased by 1 tick at least.
Indeed. Your charm of the soldiers. I assume you're probably, you probably worked with Zinfandel de Jean, the militia commander, to place your skills where they are most effective to do this. But they tell you something that is going to require you to either contribute some of your own money or equipment, give up a lot of your time, energy, and attention, or do a serious, difficult favor for someone. And you get to pick which one of those 3 you do.
Well, now I'm curious about the favor. So I'm going to go with the favor.
So Zinfandel says to you, as you approach them about this whole thing, so you want to help with the militia? Well, glad you care.
That's what I was sent here for. Not that you were being judged as anything less than almost perfect.
They kind of throw their hands up in a motion of surrender, like, oh, believe me, I know we're far from perfect. There's always room for improvement, no matter how close to greatness you are, after all. Yeah, I suppose we can let you give some of those, I don't know, does Impact Dynamics really focus on arms training at all? Any kind of self-defense classes, even? I thought you were like an accountant or something.
Well, I am an accountant.
But you're also a... They leave the sentence hanging.
People person? Yes, I am indeed a people person.
They just kind of smile and nod. Right. Of course you are. Well, you know what? I think a lot of our guys and gals could use some instructions on how to handle the maybe the less violent parts of a military lifestyle. I'm thinking, diplomacy, civilian relations, general peacekeeping throughout the station. You think you could help with that?
Oh, absolutely. I've also been giving out personality quizzes to organize duties a bit more for people who are more agreeable with each other. Make the day go a bit easier as well.
All right. Well, that sounds fine and dandy to me. But listen, if I'm being real with you, I don't think anyone's going to take that seriously if you just put it up on a flyer and say, come to Rhea's people person classes. So here's what I think you need to do. I'm not going to do it for you.
Well,
got my hands full.
We are the crew who killed off the leader of the Hellhounds.
Absolutely. And you know what? Feel free to leverage that as much as you wish. In my experience, though, I don't know if that's going to... I don't even know if that's going to be enough to convince people to come and essentially, sit through a lecture. Ostensibly. Anyway. What I think you need to do is sweeten the deal a little bit more. I mean, it wasn't diplomacy and people person skills that killed Andros, right? Donuts.
No, it definitely was.
Donuts, cookies, cakes, free. Come to the class, get a free cookie or something like that. That's what I think you should do.
I couldn't get a good line on some sugar. I haven't baked in forever, though. You know what? I think this is a good plan.
Of course. I'm always full of good plans, in case you haven't noticed.
Well, you have been so far, yes. You have been extremely helpful.
I hope Impact judges that an admirable quality.
Impact Dynamics judges a lot of qualities in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah, didn't Impact Dynamics used to sell food? No, they sell food now. That's right. Despite the name.
Yes.
Food's their whole thing, of course. Yeah, so you should know all about it. I'm sure you've got connections you can leverage.
Yeah, because it provides the most impact. Next to ballistic.
All right. Get out of my office, as they smile and chuckle. So basically, what I am trying to set up here is the serious, difficult favor is going to be, in order to get the baked goods, you'll probably have to do something for a baker, or something to get the supplies for yourself to bake them. But whatever that actually is, I guess that can be up to you to determine. It's been a while since you baked. Maybe it's like a lot of time to get back in the kitchen. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Could be some interesting projects.
Nevertheless, you do devote the time and the effort, and I'm sure you leverage your people person skills as well when seeking a fine supplier of baked goods. And through the draw of your sugary sweets and the class you give, you are able to make a difference. And the militia feels a little bit more ready, at least in matters of hawks. Nothing like some sugar junk food to make a militia more ready. I guess it also kind of boosts morale.
Army marches on the stomach. That's how it's always been. How it always will be.
True. All right. And then, Joker, what would you like your second action to be?
On the one hand, salvaging was really lucrative. It was really good. I rolled a high. It's good. It's all paths forward lead to me finding even more good stuff. But as an NHP with my classification, I yearn for the mines. The cubbies. The cubbies they call to me.
Yearn for the cubbies.
I mean, it's gotta be something like the fence, right? It's gotta be easy. It's just more complicated version of the fence.
You are canonically sus when it comes to venting so much. So yeah, this is just venting on a large scale, pretty much. Yeah.
I will be using hacker finesse in areas that I know can probably be good to go cubbying.
And let's hope you make this worse, as you said in Discord.
Please. By the luck spirits, give me a 1.
Here comes the nat 20.
Wow.
Yeah!
Very well done.
Make it worse!
Very, very well done. You called it. Okay,
I don't know how, but I somehow locked everybody else cubbying inside, and now we've got to make it.
Yep. So you have been stuck. You just got yourself stuck. Are you by yourself, or did you say you're with other people doing this?
I joined an expedition team and somehow got them all stuck.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think you probably went inside. Your whole crew set off down a really long abandoned corridor, and you found a grate in the floor, and you couldn't help yourself but, sending your subaltern down, see what you could find. And just like in a third person or first person action stealth game, that vent led into the wall, which then led vertically up, which then led above corridor in the ceiling. And then eventually, at the end of that corridor, you discovered a big shiny button that you absolutely had to press. And that big shiny button did not lead to treasure, unfortunately. But every single door in the corridor, slamming and locking shut, and some warning alarms that somehow still have power running to them. begin flashing and lighting up, and emergency blast doors fall in the middle of the corridor, completely sealing off everyone in this little section. And people begin to panic, but then they realize, oh, this is just because of that NHP that came along with us. Of course, isn't that the same NHP that was really, really good at salvaging? What is going on? Maybe it's one of those unstable NHPs. I don't know. And then they just kind of chatter like that. One of them realizes, guys, this is not good. This is so not good. We're going to have to call for rescue, and they're going to be pissed at us for doing this. We're not supposed to be here. Jerry's going to be mad. And yeah, Jerry is quite upset. He sends you some messages, Joker, that are basically just a series of very stern talking to, as a teacher would to a student in a classroom. Joker, you are setting a very bad example.
In my defense, it was a big red button. What was I supposed to do?
While your penchant for stress testing the gate's emergency systems and alarms can be viewed as admirable in a certain perspective, there were people with you, and you just shouldn't do these kinds of things, okay? I know you're still relatively new here, but you should know better.
But does that mean I can't go cubbying anymore?
Of course it means that. Jerry's like, sorry. Losing my cool here. No reason to lose my cool. This is all over text, by the way, in case that wasn't clear. Somehow the text is conveying emotion very well when he types.
I mean, the distinction in Legion space is probably like not. Legion space probably is advanced enough to the point you can discern emotion in text at that point.
That's probably, that's very true. Very true. Yeah, he says, because of this, I'm going to crack down on this, and no other PC will be able to take this action, at least until the next downtime, unfortunately.
Oh yeah,
and of course,
the yellow button over there.
No. And the camera cuts away before we find out what that does. Needless to say, this also causes Joker to become persona non grata at the Gates Cubbying Club. Word gets around and they're like, yeah, do not follow that subaltern anywhere unless you want to be stuck with it for who knows how long. So yeah, I hope that was the bad outcome you were hoping for.
That was completely worth it. That was worth it.
Yep. I guess also, actually, no, never mind. I digress. Never mind. Well, all right. Those were, of course, we will have to do. I will situate Phoenix with his downtime actions in between sessions since he can't join tonight, and I'll post them in the Discord so that you guys can see what happened and whatnot. With that, our downtime actions are done. Yeah, I'll let him go cubbying if he wants to do that as his first action, but not the second one, I think. That's probably fair. With all our downtime complete, I think to wrap up the session, we can start not necessarily the next mission just yet, but I guess the transition between now and the next mission we can talk about. So this is happening, all of those downtime actions we just took and everything off screen with your characters, it's happening over the course of about a month, 4 whole weeks after you came back from the Tachyon. Jerry calls you into the briefing room again. Unusually, this time, he has asked you to clean yourselves up, polish yourselves off for Joker's sake, and then dress formally and professionally as you can, and be on your best behavior. So I'll ask each of you, do you follow this recommendation / order, or if so, what are we thinking? Do you even have this kind of clothing?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like, how many of us have clothing like that? Probably just Rhea.
Definitely.
I would imagine Rhea.
Definitely.
Rhea sends a message to everyone. If you're unpresentable, I have spare things to offer if you need.
But I'm already at the peak of my appearance,
Right?
as it's just a box.
This jacket is very presentable. I've worn this jacket for like 600 years. It's good. It's a classic.
600 years.
It's been out of style for 7.
Ooh!
Ouch.
Damn!
Dang.
Wish I had my air horn sound effect ready. Next time.
If you expect anyone to take you seriously, you should dress to impress.
I already
I'll watch
impress
it.
everyone.
I'll watch it.
The box-shaped NHP is admittedly quite sparkly. Very shiny.
Yeah, I mean, can't really argue with that.
Yeah, I guess I could put the clean jumpsuit on.
Only a little grease stains here and there, probably. Phoenix maybe actually might have something, left over from the days of making press appearances and sponsorships with the mech sports kind of stuff. But I suppose other Colton would be able to clarify. Regardless, you dress as best as you can. And Rhea, do you actually have like a nice formal outfit, I'm assuming?
Yeah, Rhea would definitely have some sort of nice formal outfit.
Gotcha. Impact Dynamics logo, I'm assuming, emblazoned on the chest and the back.
I actually think that Rhea would not want to do any sort of corporate sponsorship-based clothing, just because, it could be seen as tacky.
Okay. So once your group finally arrives at the briefing room, you notice that it's not just you and Jerry. Shelly is not here. Sort of someone else. Showing on the vid screen, that is. The screen displays the flickering image of a very, for lack of a better word, severe-looking woman sitting in front of a camera. And she kind of narrows her eyes and studies you. You can tell as each of you walk in the room. Jerry begins to adjust his collar rather nervously. And he says, so, in case you don't know, this is Rita. She is the station director on the Icebreaker Borealis. So, she's basically my counterpart. And Rhea, I'm curious to know, would you recognize Rita? Because I can see how you might. What do you think?
I imagine can recognize her as a person, but has never met her formally.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is aware of.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah.
Before Jerry even gets a chance to continue, Rita actually butts in and begins speaking. She's got a very cool, level tone to her voice, as you might expect from her appearance. Good morning. I've heard a lot about you from Jerry and from general system gossip. Word is we have you to thank for Andros Capella exiting the stage. Good work. I'm glad Hell's Gate is finally cleaning up its messes. Jerry looks visibly upset by that statement. But before he can speak, once again, Rita butts in and cuts him off. Let's get down to business. Jerry says that since you sent the Hellhounds packing, salvage and mining crews have been able to get to work properly for the first time in many months. Well, lucky for you, the Icebreaker is undertaking some major expansion projects this quarter, and I'm willing to offer guaranteed above-market prices for anything the Gate is selling. That's raw materials, construction equipment, salvage, whatever. I'll even comp you and your freighter crews for a few nights on the town. I just have one condition. Jerry then takes a deep breath. Yeah, you always do, Rita. She shoots him a very withering glare before continuing. I would like to subcontract your team here. I have a sensitive job that needs competent operators. You're competent. And even better, you're not working for anyone on the board. You'll need your mechs. Sound good?
Well, I suppose it depends on how long it takes us away from the station. You know, the hell, whatever's left of the pirates might want revenge.
Jerry nods and kind of points at you in agreement. That's a great point, Fallback. Yeah, 100%. Very much interested in, can we guarantee the safety of my SRT, and how long can we expect? I know what he said, Jerry. You don't have to repeat it. The timing of this job is unclear to me at this moment, I have to admit. But you should be prepared to join us on the Icebreaker for at least the next 3 weeks, subjective, not including the time it takes to travel from the gate to the Icebreaker. As far as the pirates go, I believe the system is clear enough of them to guarantee safe passage. Would you agree with that, Jerry? Jerry clears his throat, takes a sip. Yeah, it's, I know we've all been, kind of on the back foot just for precaution's sake after killing Andros, but from what we could tell, the Hellhounds have basically just been scattered. They don't seem like they're a serious threat, at least not like they used to be. I think, honestly, now's probably the best time to have you travel away from Hell's Gate for an extended period of time.
No, if it's okay with you, Jerry. If you think you can spare us for 3 weeks, I think we might want to do this. Yeah.
And I just finished cleaning up around here. I don't suppose
we'll be back.
That's true.
Yeah, of course. You're definitely going to come back. And yeah, you're right. You have been cleaning up, and Hell's Gate thanks you. But luckily, we are in a privileged enough position, due in no small part thanks to you guys, that we can safely allow you to exit the station, because unlike about a month and a half ago, shit is not completely fucked right now. So yeah. Takes another sip. Rita then says, "Oh yeah, you did fantastic work, Joker. You just, the whole cubbing incident. Let's not dwell on that."
Ow.
Rita says, "Are there any other questions?"
How much man are we getting paid?
I have squared that away with Jerry. Jerry then says, I don't know if I'm technically allowed to discuss the details, but, well, I mean, you can, without using actual numbers, of course, but how did you put it, Rita? Rita says, as I previously mentioned, I will be offering guaranteed prices on everything your station is willing to sell to us. I know the gate is always in need of cash, after all. I'll also open a budget for some reasonable expenses. As long as you don't abuse my generosity too much, you and your freighter crews don't have to spend a single icicle of your own during your stay. I don't want anyone, including some people, subject of this mission, to suspect that I've brought in outside investigators. So, I'm going to want you all to be seen around the station, publicly, spending money like everyone else. It just won't be your money. You can factor that into your pay as well. Lastly, I will say, I happen to have better contacts than Jerry does. If you need more powerful hardware, I can hook you up. Once I start seeing results, of course.
Well, this seems pretty generous, and it makes me a little bit nervous. If you're willing to give that up for, our work. Can you give us any more information about what we're gonna be doing exactly?
Generosity isn't exactly why I am doing this, as you might have suspected. I'm going to have to ask you to wait until you arrive for specific briefings, but I can give you a rundown in general terms. She kind of looks around her office that she's sitting in, seemingly to make sure that no one else is there or listening or right outside the door or anything like that. I suspect a plot against the Icebreaker from an external force. Odd things have been happening recently, on station and in our orbital neighborhood. Power fluctuations, system intrusions, missing persons, traffic irregularities. Everyone on the board thinks it's someone else on the board. And yes, it's true they are always plotting against each other. But this feels different in a way I can't quite quantify. Things are happening that wouldn't benefit anyone in the station's current order. Customers are discontent. There's grumbling from the residents. Seasonal workers are getting spooked. No. Everyone's losing money on this. That is why I need you to look into this matter and put a stop to it. And also why I am willing to pay top Icicle to see it done.
Well, if no one has any further objections.
That's an icicle.
It's their form of currency there, Joker. There's a couple of different currencies throughout the Calliope.
Correct.
Oh, so it's not. So what's a sickle? No.
Jerry says, I think they were actually asking, like, what an actual icicle is, like the frozen water that hangs in a spike, knowing Joker.
Oh, that's a fair point.
Rita then glances at Jerry through the vid screen somehow and says, "You assured me this team was competent." Jerry says, they are. It's just not, look, everyone has their areas of expertise, and sometimes outside those areas of expertise, knowledge is lacking, okay? But this is the squad that killed Andres Capella. I mean, come on, what more do you need?
That's right. Like, everyone in this team has their specialty. Rita, you've got yourself a response team.
Yeah, we can handle it. No. Who the hell is Andres again?
She rubs the bridge of her nose quite irritably.
Right, it does the same thing.
All right. In all honesty, there isn't much of a choice here. But as long as Jerry speaks for you, I will take his word for it. And then the vid screen cuts out, and Jerry just kind of walks over to the nearest seat around the briefing room table and sits down and kind of takes in a deep breath and then exhales and then starts rubbing his closed eyelids. Well, there you have her, director of the Icebreaker. I suppose you get to meet her in person quite soon. So have fun with that. He laughs as he takes another
Wait.
sip.
Wait, so are we answering still to you, or are we answering to her now? What?
Well, we're on the mission. We're going to be answering to her.
Oh, so
Right.
it's not like a permanent basis?
Right. Yeah, she's subcontracting your team, which, funnily enough, I'm now realizing that means your team will be involved with Hell's Gate, he puts up a finger, Impact Dynamics, gestures to Rhea, and now the board of Icebreaker. 3 different factions, all somehow using you. Crazy.
I don't know if I like the phrasing there. Using us?
Well, I mean, we're not using you.
My contract also only extends to the overview of Hellhound activities and or militia competence on this station. So after the Icebreaker stint, I may have to change my contract.
Jerry just kind of shrugs and says, well, that's unfortunate to hear. I think you have been quite a help to the squad, contributing as much as anyone else. So if you have to depart, that would be disappointing. But wait, changing your contract? You mean a new contract within Impact, or something else entirely?
That's to be determined.
His eyes kind of narrow and takes another sip of coffee. All right. Well, one thing at a time, one mission at a time. And yeah, to be absolutely clear, you still report to Hell's Gate, ultimately, but during this little subcontracted mission, you will be reporting to Rita before you report to me. So you can trust her. Whatever she tells you to do, it's fine with me. She can be, as you saw, kind of cold sometimes, but I trust her implicitly, and you can too.
Wait. Cold,
Say,
Icebreaker.
I didn't even mean to make that pun. Good catch.
Oh, that was a pun. Ah.
Don't worry,
What's a pun?
Jerry. We'll take care of her.
yeah.
And, we'll miss her. We'll miss you. I bet reporting to her is not going to be as fun as reporting to you.
Oh,
He smiles.
definitely.
Probably not.
But having been subcontracted to her a few times, it's never a fun ordeal.
I mean,
But seriously.
she's a professional, right? At the end of the day, but she does run what essentially is just a massive casino. So, she knows how to have a good time. She can be fun when she wants to be.
My nickname at the office was Rita, actually, for a little while. I had to figure out why.
Are you a meter maid?
No. I was just very efficient with numbers.
Oh. No, but
As
seriously,
one
what's
with a
the pun?
casino. What is what?
What's the pun?
Did you just ask what is porn?
What is a pun?
No, that's his in character.
Oh.
I should get you a connection to Muse.
Muse
You would
being
do-
the local Omninet for Calliope.
Oh, I think I did get hooked up to that one time and did. I don't remember what happened, but it wasn't pretty from what I recalled from other sources. Something.
I imagine not, but it had to be entertaining, if nothing else.
Oh no, I was locked out for a reason, I think. Something about them not being able to access video feeds for a second.
Hmm.
Was that?
You know
or-
what? Jerry cuts in saying, "You know what? I don't need to know this. Just go on, get ready, get prepared. Siren will be taking you in the Dragon's Tooth, of course. It's about an 11-12 day journey from here to the Icebreaker, based on current orbital placements. But if you have anything you need to do on Hell's Gate beforehand, that's fine." And then he gets up and starts walking out.
Understood. I'm gonna go cubbing.
No, you will not be cubbying. I've got guards on standby at every single cubby. And then he abruptly turns and walks out.
Oh,
Huh. I can't help but notice that Rita and Jerry kind of seem like opposites. It wouldn't surprise me if their stations matched that oppositeness.
I think Shelly
There-
appears on the vid screen now and says they used to be involved with each other.
Oh,
what is that?
Was that
supposed
actually
to mean?
was that actually confirmed? That's fantastic.
Shelly nods. A little smirk appears on her face.
I have to go talk to Jim. There were some bets in the office. It was great.
Wait,
Things got
what-
heated.
involved in what? What are you talking about? Let's go.
I'm going to let the rest of you explain that. But yes, once he became
we have
station
to?
director of Hell's Gate, they ended things. You do not have to,
Also,
no.
that's why she had such a cold specific. What's a disposition? I
So
see
what?
everyday error cycling.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, what were
Joker
you talking
seems to
about?
be learning a lot of new words.
Yep. By the end of this, Joker will know what love is.
Baby,
Okay.
don't hurt me.
Aw.
I wasn't intending to make that a reference, but yeah, sure. So yeah, here at this time, I think I'll ask if any of you has anything you want to do on Hell's Gate before the trip. Now's the time. Otherwise, we can call it there for the night.
I've got one thing. Regarding the salvage result, the hopper.
Mhm.
Is that like a mine cart?
That's a hop.
What actually is a hopper? I'm not sure that I know.
I thought
In
was
real
a
life.
cart.
It's basically a box, for lack of a better term.
Oh, well, it has an item in Minecraft.
It's what you load ore into to be processed. I don't really know how you could remove that separate from a machine, but
Oh yeah, okay. Here's what came up on just an image search. It's like a big funnel, basically.
yeah. So if
Wait,
that's
how big
separate
is that?
from machine, then something went very wrong.
Oh wait, I
A
wanna
mining
attach that
vessel.
to
It's
my
probably pretty big. Yeah, a mining vessel. Holy shit.
The least subtle thing to be salvaged.
Yeah.
what? So I found like a Scrooge McDuck swimming pool worth of like spherulite.
I mean, yeah, I think so. I didn't realize the
You're
magnitude of that
actually
until just
filthy
now.
rich now. Yeah.
I'm gonna swim. I'd like to swim in the spherulite hopper now. I don't know what to do with it. It's just there.
Joker, would you, there's other uses for that besides swimming. Have you considered, like, I don't know, opening up an investment account or anything?
What's an investment?
Can we even do that here in Calliope? probably on Impact Dynamics, Impact Plaza. And yeah,
Well,
the two favors will be, I guess, you know, still active going forward, especially the care package. That's going to be of interest. Also, militia readiness needs to be at 1. Come on, why aren't you showing up? There we go. Okay.
Also, as an
anything else?
accountant, I can always
That's
set
true.
up an account.
That's true. You've got your own personal wealth advisor.
Oh, right. I almost forgot. How heavy is Barrelite? Probably just gonna send like boxes of it to like most of the people.
It's probably heavy. I mean, it's unrefined ore.
I'm gonna send like one to like a bunch of people. One to Ipswich, one to the rest of the party. Maybe leave one by the doorstep of like Jerry's office.
Cue a montage of a lot of very confused people finding a cardboard or maybe like a wooden crate full of this strange unrefined ore just sitting outside their office doors and being like, what am I supposed to very confusingly just like, okay, I'll drag it in my office and put it in the corner.
This burden is not mine to carry. It must be shared with everyone else. Because I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah, I like that. You were asking for a bad result, but you got a really good result on that downtime action too.
So I'm making it everyone else's problem.
All right. Anyone else have anything they'd like to do? I'll ask other Colton as well, just in case between now and the next session. All right. Well, we will call it there. And next session, we'll be back on the Dragon's Tooth, heading toward the Icebreaker.